toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well give it to him again. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Bully ball on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help him out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. To throw, it's Stockton. Grab near the marker. It's Bell. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a real...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. No fair catches here, looking for room. He gets a block. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Special teams proving to be special. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Manning. Working that left side now. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers is pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school, and you can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
First play of the period will be a second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first. Wrestled out of bounds at the 26. A huge pickup on the ground. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, first down and more. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Manning. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism, it was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into him.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It really doesn't matter how big a boy you are. You could be huge out there, wide receiver like that guy is. If you don't set your feet first, you're not going to be accurate with the throw. You can't make sure you give that wide receiver a chance to win a jump ball if you don't get those feet set first.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. To the air on first down. Got his man on the outside. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got him downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Wingo. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone.
Touchdown, Longhorn! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about at the U for a long time. They're up by 21 over NC State. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll start this drive firing. That's caught. It's Frazier. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Blasted as he lets it go.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Fires to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to throw, it's Manning. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Texas.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Going to take a shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free.
Going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing on the go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. On the run, it's Frazier. Breaks into the open. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
The throw to the outside is complete. It's a running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Now, these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to keep it in the air. He rifles one deep down the right side.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Oh, they're after him! And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is lining it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I'm bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
DB's going to give a little cushion. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Oh, better look out. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Georgia going up tempo.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big game. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Rushes on him. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Finds his tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end.
He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way, and you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he doinked it off the right upright. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to pass on second down. Using his feet to buy time. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. 1 more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
21, Georgia, 21.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Thomas.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays deep down the field. They've got to find some way to attack this secondary.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you've got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Pulls it, fired complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Manning. Grabbed over the middle, it's Moore. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bell. Turning it on! And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Fakes to grab. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the in route to a guy this size?
Well, I think he has to have great timing. I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing with one another.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got to come up with a big play on this third and long. The snap sets up to throw. And they can't make the connection on third down.
No harder position to play in the ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Got it! Ripping through the defense. And he will score! Touchdown, Georgia!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
21, Georgia, 28.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as...
Oh, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Looking for a man, it's Manning. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Going up top again. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Longhorns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. He's guy's looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
He marched 78 yards down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough.
Turning on the Jets. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Rolling right and going deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's McCray. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Short throw is complete, and he'll grab it, step out of bounds, and pick up the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's McCray. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here comes the two-point try. Wants to go up top. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. There he goes. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.